Hi guys, and welcome to the Crystal Goddess. My name's Lara de-Leuw and I'm here because I want to actually share my love and passion for gemstones and for minerals and gems, not only in the scientific side or the jewellery side, but also in the crystal healing side as well. So my background is quite unique really, because I come from both the metaphysical side, which is something that I've been very interested in all of my life, to the scientific side and actually seeing if there's kind of a connection between the two, because at the end of the day all magic is something that science has not yet explained. And of course, when you're thinking about the properties of gemstones, there's not going to be many corporations who are going to want to investigate in the metaphysical side. More likely to do something where it can be transferred into an engineering industry or something like that. So for me, I'm really fascinated with all elements of the gemstones, and I'm really privileged, actually very honoured to have worked with gemstones and crystals for as long as I have. Started off collecting them as a child, being really fascinated with fossils and just gemstones in general. The first encounter I had with them was going on a family day trip to Castleton, which is in Derbyshire. I think the class is Sheffield way. Somewhere around there anyway. And there's a mine, a cave there called the Blue John Cavern, and it was the first experience I'd ever had of going down into a cave, which I fell in love with instantly. Going through those beautifully carved caverns, and it's carved by natural waters, so it used to be a sea at one point. And these beautiful caverns that have got these swoops and swirls, and there's bits of rock hanging literally by 3 points, and they are huge and they could kill you if they fell, but they've sat there for thousands of years. And as you're going through this as a child, you're thinking, oh my goodness, this is amazing. This is seriously amazing. And then you get to a point, and there's one cavern that I remember going into, and it was huge, and you'd got all these little fossils in the wall, and they turned the light off. I've never experienced complete and utter pitch black until I stood in that cavern and they turned the lights off. Yeah, it brings a whole new idea to how on earth people could have found these gemstones in the first place, what kind of mining conditions they had, and that really sparked off this love of gemstones and gemstone jewellery for me. So that then progressed and moved on, and I became a crystal healer, qualified crystal healer. Also, I'm level 1 with EFT as well, which is the tapping technique where you tap the meridians. I am also a Reiki master as well, qualified Reiki master. So I've got all of those different elements to me on the sort of the metaphysical side and the spiritual side. I've also done light body work, which helped me to sort of reach out and work with things on a completely different level, which was amazing. And I'll go through various bits as we go through this series anyway. And then kind of that's always been in the background. I'm an actor by trade. I trained to be an actor, and I always wanted to go down the acting route. And it just so happened that fate had something a little bit different for me. I still do the acting, still do the presenting as well. But I had a friend who used to read angel cards, and whenever she gave me a reading, it was, you're going to be a teacher, you're going to work with crystals. And it didn't matter how many times she read the cards for me, what day of the week it was, what month of the year it was always those two cards that came up, along with drink more water. I probably still need to drink more water today, to be fair, but I am kind of fulfilling what the cards were saying. I would like to teach more about gemstones and their amazing qualities in every single way. And that's what this is about. So I went on from doing the crystal healing side of things. I ended up falling into a presenting job by accident because I had a dream the night before telling me that I should probably apply for a presenting job. So I looked and thought, you know what, I've never done presenting really before. I've done a couple of auditions and I screwed them up royally, and promised I would never go for a presenting job again. And I had this dream where I auditioned for a newsreader position, and I failed, but they gave me the job anyway. So I thought, okay, maybe that's a sign, I'll go with it. And I looked, I think it was mandy.com at the time, and there was a presenter job for a jewellery channel. And I thought, okay, can't hurt. Applied for it, got the job, and worked with them for many, many years. So I've had this fantastic experience with that as well, where I was trained to be an accredited jewellery professional with the GIA, which is the Gemological Institute of America. And then on top of that, I decided to take it further, and I did a foundation degree, I suppose it's classed as a degree, or foundation diploma in gemology. And then I wasn't satisfied with that, I wanted to go further. So I am now a fully qualified member of the FGA. I am a qualified gemologist. So not only do I have the crystal healing qualifications, I'm also a gemologist as well. So I know a lot about gemstones. I know a lot about minerals as well, because gemstones are a very select number of stones that we work with when we're talking about crystal healing and metaphysical side of things. We'll come to that in the next video. But it is really wonderful to work with gemstones, to be able to go to the diamond cutting houses, to be able to go to the coloured gemstone cutting houses, to be able to go into mines and seeing how these incredible, beautiful treasures of the earth are actually taken out of the ground, how they are transformed from the rough right the way through to a faceted gemstone. And I've had real great pleasure of working alongside some fantastic gemstone cutters as well. I want to share all my love of gemstones and minerals and mines and caves and crystal healing and everything with you. And I'm going to go through things like meditating with crystals, and I'll look at grids and using magic with crystals as well, if you want to go down that route. And I'm also going to bring in the scientific side as well. So I would love it if you would actually feed into this. So I'm going to do the obligatory, can't even get the word out, like and subscribe, that one. I'm going to put that one in anyway. But I would also like you to comment and let me know what things you would like to know about. I know about the history of gemstones, I know about the magic side of gemstones, I know about the crystal healing properties of gemstones, I know how gemstones can be treated and how they are faceted, and the crystal structures. So whatever you want to know about gemstones, or whatever you would like me to cover in any of these videos, let me know, because I'm hoping that this is going to be a series that continues and will branch out in many different ways. So if you can like and subscribe, and also comment, let me know what things you want to know about, because there are literally so many gemstones and minerals out there which are fantastic, and we're finding new ones all the time. There are little pockets of gemstones that crop up that suddenly vanish because there was only a little bit there in the first place. What makes a gemstone rare? What makes a gemstone work better for concentration, or what makes it better for bringing in love and fortune? Whatever you want to know, just pop it in the comments below, and I will do my very best to cover as many different angles as you want to know about. It's gonna take me a while because there's a lot of information, but I would like to cover all angles. I would like to go over the history. I would like to go over how gemstones are processed. I would like to talk about how the industry treats them in different ways. I'd like to talk about working with gemstones and crystals in particular. And what is the difference between a crystal and a gemstone? Or are they the same thing? Or are they different? Or there's a lot of things when we talk about crystals and crystal healing. We'll go into that in the next video. But it's a very loose term when we're talking about it in the metaphysical side. Whereas when you're talking about a crystal in the scientific side, it has a very specific understanding. So yeah, please like, subscribe, let me know what you want to hear about and what you want to learn about, and thank you for joining me on this incredible journey, because it really is. If you have a passion for gemstones and a passion for minerals and a passion for our planet, then do you know what? You're going to be in for an amazing journey with me, and I'm so grateful you can join me. So thank you very much for watching this one. The next video will be very, very soon, and we'll be discussing what is a crystal, what is a gemstone, and how to work with your crystals and gemstones with a video after that as well. So thank you very much for joining me. It has been an absolute pleasure. Please share, please like, please subscribe, and I will see you next time. Love to all.